Hey, g'day Southside. This coming Sunday is the first Sunday in Lent, the 6 weeks leading up until Easter. But this coming Sunday also marks the beginning of Southside starting to use what's known as the Narrative Lectionary. A lectionary is a collection of Bible readings that enable the user of them to go through the entire Bible in a period of time. The most common one is the Revised Common Lectionary. It goes through a series of 3 years, and for each Sunday during that 3 years, there's an Old Testament, a Psalm, a Gospel, and a New Testament reading set down. We're going to use the Narrative Lectionary. Narrative Lectionary goes over a 4-year period. Each year, a different Gospel becomes the focus. The Narrative Lectionary commences in September, which is the end of the summer holidays in the Northern Hemisphere, and goes through until the end of May, until the Pentecost Sunday. During that time, we get the narrative, the story, the grand sweep of what God is doing in human history as revealed in the Bible. It starts off in September in the Old Testament, in the books and the stories of Genesis, and goes through and tells us God's wonderful involvement with characters like Abraham and Isaac and Jacob and David and Solomon and the prophets until Christmas comes along. And we start with the birth of Jesus, then we hear about the life of Jesus and his teaching. We come to Easter, and then we look at the growth of the church and all of the stories and the readings that are found in the book of Acts and the other letters. And then it finishes at Pentecost. We're doing this for 2 really important reasons. One is that the research that we've been identifying is that to help nurture faith in our young people, one of the big important elements, one of the pillars, is that they get an understanding of the big story of the Bible. That sense that God has had a deliberate plan from Genesis through to Revelation, that God has promised in the Old Testament, he's delivered in Jesus Christ, and there is yet more to come in our lives. We want to give our young people the very best opportunity that they can have to come to faith, that they can own and live out for the rest of their lives. And we also want to focus on adults within our congregation, that we want to deepen our biblical literacy. We want to be able to understand the connections between the various parts of the Old and the New Testament and the stories and how they fit together. We want to do that through our Sunday readings, but also through our small groups, through our daily readings, through the conversations that we have. So I encourage you to be part of what we are doing through the Narrative Lectionary. Each week we will be putting out some daily readings. Encourage you to read them because they enable us to come primed and ready to hear the word on Sunday. Read that Sunday's reading before you get to church. Think about it. Wrestle with it. Ask yourselves the question, what does that reading say about God? What does it say about humanity? What is it saying to you personally in the way in which you live your discipleship? When we deepen our experience of Jesus and his revelation through Scripture, our willingness to engage in mission, our delight in God, our love for our fellow humans becomes so much more life-giving. Till I see you again, blessings on you all.